would do one of these on a Sunday during a get ready with me, but I was just in the shower and God was talking to me on what to talk about, and I really didn't want to forget it, so we're gonna do this now in all of my greasy glory of my greasiness skincare and my hair. I kind of want to talk about my calling and what I feel like I've been called to do. So for the last 5-ish years, I have felt like I needed to be in the online space, needed to work in the online space, but being a content creator has always been a very daunting thing to me because I know how much work goes into doing it. So I've tried every other thing besides content creation to essentially make money a different route. And I was successful in all of those, but I just never felt truly fulfilled, and I felt like what I was doing just wasn't enough. I just kept having the calling to create content, create lifestyle content, just share your life on social media, just do it. So a couple months ago, I finally just did it, and I've been doing it every single day since. I've been posting 3 times a day, every single day. And I've honestly gotten really, really good at it. I think that I'm pretty good at creating content. So earlier this week, God was like, okay, you finally have listened to me. You've gotten really, really good at creating content. Now I'm gonna have you take a little step back and start learning scripture, because I'm now being called to use my platform to not only share my life, but to share things about scripture. And I honestly have no idea how to share scripture because I barely know how to read it myself. But I've been trying. My biggest goal is to learn scripture so much that I can just start citing it and reciting verses and being able to just talk about it comfortably. I'm nowhere close to that yet, by the way. But my mom asked me for some Christmas ideas of things that I wanted for Christmas. And I told her I really, really wanted a study Bible. So we got to looking, and I found one on Amazon that I was like, that one looks really good. I want to try that. And bless her, 2 days later, someone's spying on me. My mom is amazing. 2 days later, she had that study Bible sitting on my desk at work when I came in. So instantly that night, I started digging into it, and holy cow, have I learned so much. Like, I had my very first ever knowledgeable moment, I feel like, when I was reading it. I've always been a believer in Jesus. I've always known that he's the way, the truth, and the life, but I've never actually known his word. I don't know much about scripture. So the other night I was reading, and I came across, let me back up. I tried starting in the Old Testament, reading it in my non-study Bible, and I wasn't understanding it. So I'm like, I'm gonna skip to the New Testament, and maybe I'll understand it better. And I did, but still I'm like, I need a study Bible. So that's why I asked my mom for a study Bible. So anyways, I started reading from Matthew chapter 1 in the study Bible the night that I got it. But I came across a verse where it said that God was fulfilling his promise with Jesus to Abraham. And so I cross-referenced back to Genesis, Abraham, where he said that you will, let me just find it. Okay, so it's Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, and it said, "Now the Lord said to Abraham, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So this is talking about Abraham's descendants, his future descendants, and how they will be a great blessing. I had an epiphany, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus is Abraham's descendant. And I'm like, which that might be common knowledge to you, but to me, like I said, I'm not very savvy in scripture. And so I've never put 2 and 2 together with that. And so I thought that that was really, really cool that I had that learning the very first night that I ever had this study Bible. So I was really excited about that, even though it did tell me later on in the study notes that Jesus was a descendant of Abraham, but I figured that out before I read it. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a study Bible. This one is a journaling study Bible from Amazon. I'll put it in my LTK if anyone's interested in it. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and share my thoughts that I finally feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, where God has called me to be. And I now have over 3,500 people that I could be sharing his word with daily. And so that's why he's like, Stephanie, start learning this so you can share this with your following, because I have a really big feeling that my following is going to get pretty large over the next couple of years, and I am ready for it, and I'm so excited for this new journey. So I'll talk to you later.